Grassroots basketball, it can take literally one game for a kid's life to change. If he has the right game in front of the right people, you can go from somebody who's never been heard about to having 10 or 15 scholarship offers within 24 hours.
When I seen these coaches, like these familiar faces that you see on TV, it's like, wow, it's like they're really here watching me play.
The only thing we ask of you is to play hard as
Games like that make grassroots fun.
They're a NXTPRO team.
What's his name again? Bamba. He's a pro.
They put the best players against the best players on the biggest stage.
I want to be one of the best players like to ever touch the basketball.
Hey, we gotta win, fellas, by any means necessary.
You know, this park is where it all started.
It's about who's gonna put in the work.
I'm a very exciting player.
I just wanted to go out there and show what I could do and show that we could compete for that number one spot too.
I want to see Trey, man.
I was like, no way. I'm trying to prove that I'm the best player in the circuit.
He was a 5-star that game.
You gotta send 2. If you don't send 2, I'm getting 40.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat.
W's in the chat. How do you respond when you ain't having success?
Is there any matchups you're really looking forward to that you got circled?
Who's elite? I get a matchup with Reese.
Finish these motherfuckers!
We went down to Miami, Florida for the PRO16 directors meeting to meet in one place and start to brainstorm how we can innovate, be better ahead of the 2025 season.
We had each member of our team talk, just an introduction and also, you know, kind of what we do and what we can help them with. It was really our first year, in my opinion, of that big expansion of that PRO16 and bringing in new programs, new players, new coaches who were new to the platform.
Appreciate everybody coming. We're excited about this year. We've grown by 6 programs in the last year, so we're excited about that.
Appreciate you guys all being here. I've been watching this for a couple of years, this group. I mean, you're all competitive. You wouldn't be here if you weren't competitive. Some of you more fierce than others, but you're truly competitive. And that's part of what we love about your program and you as an individual. Basically, if you took a line and split the country across the middle, I operate on the northern half of the country. Ethan operates in the southern half of the country. Really, our job is to build the NXTPRO circuit. It's not your circuit. I know some of you have teams that play on the NXTPRO side, but I want you to understand how they relate. Last year, we played over 400 games between PRO16 teams and NXTPRO circuit teams in the 3 high school age groups. And some of you know that there's some good teams. You know personally from the results that there's some good teams that play on that NXTPRO circuit.
Over 2,000 total offers for both NXTPRO and PRO16 kids. We utilize social media at the highest possible level. That's how we got off the ground as quickly as we did, and that's how we'll continue to sustain success, is by using social media at the highest level of any major shoe circuit out there.
Everybody that I talk to, and this goes with players too, why should we come to Puma? We're playing with Nike. Why should I talk about this? And I tell them, and I even tell program directors, I said, listen, if we're watching one of your games, our scouts are instructed to talk about the kids that are impacting the game.
I think 2023, we disrupted the industry, we disrupted the space. 2024 is where we solidified our seat at the table. Chris Sinak, Kingston Flemings, Nicomania, Xavier Staten, the list goes on. BTI ended up winning the championship in Indianapolis at the end of the PRO16 year in 2024.
2024 champions were BTI. They had a really loaded group. They were definitely the favorites that year, I would say. Nick Comenio was their biggest prospect. He's going to be at Duke this upcoming year. Xavier Staten will be at BYU. Peyton White was on that team. He will be at Nevada. Isaiah Johnson will be heading to Colorado, and then Trent McLean will be at St. Mary's next year. So, you know, the starting 5 is pretty much all mid-major to high-major players. They won our Program of the Year award. That's kind of the vision of what you want it to look like, a roster full of high major to mid-major guys with that top end, top 50, top 20 talent. So they're definitely, I think, the standard and the one everyone's trying to chase at that point.
My name is Isaiah Rogers. I'm from Corona, California, and I play for BTI. When I was little, this park is where it all started. Me and my dad used to drive up here in the mornings or just after breakfast. We would go and we would get shots up. This was the first court that I ever got to play on. The rims are double rims, so that definitely helped me, help my shot. But yeah, those early mornings, even coming here late at night, trying to hit the button for the lights to turn on. Sometimes you got to use our flashlights, but this park is where it all started. I think seeing BTI won last year, joining their team, you definitely realize the type of culture you're getting into, the type of expectations you have. Obviously they won last year, so expectations are very high. I was just really focused on development, and this was the right decision for me in terms of that. So, whether it has to be with new teammates and a new program, I'm willing to do that, for the betterment of my development.
With Slim Rogers, he's a guy that we had known about. You knew that he could shoot the ball, but the questions were, can he be a guy that's a little bit more dynamic with the ball? Can he be at least a part-time point guard or a combo guard?
Those are the guys that people are wanting to play. Those are the guys that people are marking their schedules when they see them. These other Pro 16 teams, these NXTPRO teams, they're trying to make a name for themselves too. And these are the types of teams and these are the types of players that they're looking to do it against.
At this conference, there's a mix of new Pro 16 directors and directors that have been with us since the start. So Lamar Biggs with Las Vegas Knicks has been there with us from the start. Robert Eichart has been there with us from the start with BTI. So getting to see them kind of meet for the first time some of the new programs like TME, SIP United, some of our other new additions to the league was fun. So there's a new member of the Pro 16 this year, Liam Wolf in Pack Basketball. They're a program that from the start has been, all class. They've won a ton of games at every age group over the past couple years. So they were elevated to Pro 16 status the next year. So this is Liam's first meeting as a Pro 16 director now.
Yeah, last year we were a NXTPRO team, and we had a ton of success and actually ended up winning it all. So now we get the bump up to the Pro 16. We're located out of the Kansas City area, and for us, we look for hard-nosed guys that want to play basketball the right way, get after it, play defense, talk, rebound, communicate. I think a big goal for us is coming in and proving that we deserve to be up here and continue to compete, go out, win basketball games, and get our guys as many scholarship opportunities as possible.
They won the NXTPRO, they did their job. They were then rewarded and bumped up to Pro 16. I definitely had high hopes for them. I think when you're a program who's ran the right way and you play the right way and your players care about each other more than just themselves, you're going to be successful. And I think they were just a great example of that.
Being a NXTPRO team that is now in the Pro 16, I've been in the circuit for a few years. Being on this side of it has been awesome. And, being able to see the plans Puma is having, the plans that the circuit's having, is really joyful for me because I feel like we accomplished a big goal. But now we're still continuing to build onto that goal.
So we did our media days in March, right before the season. Everyone's in the same place for the first time, for the most part. Some of those guys are high school teammates or whatever. They've played together in the past. But for the most part, none of these guys have really spent this much time around each other before. People get to see who's in the league. A few instances where someone pointed across the gym and said, "Oh, I didn't even know he was with us. I didn't know you guys got him. I didn't know he was playing with them." That was another really cool thing to see. But it just built a little bit of excitement with the league as well, as far as the players themselves, just seeing who they were going to be obviously going up against throughout the year. The top three guys, I think, that were receiving the most attention coming into the year Tony Bryant is the easy one in Trainman Elite. 6'10", you know, the muscle, the skill, the athleticism. Everyone wanted to go up against that. Everyone wanted to see how that was going to play out. Alex Costanza being the second with Team Scoot. 6'9", lengthy, skilled, smooth game. I'll use Caden House as the third one with high major. Just a gritty, tough scoring machine guard that, you know, people I think wanted to try to get stops against and oftentimes couldn't. But I think those are probably the biggest three.
My name is Tony Bryant, and I'm from Florida. I'm definitely excited to play on Pro16. You know, just showcase what I can do. I'm finally with my coach from high school, so I'll be able to like really showcase my game, like my perimeter, my inside, like just everything. Like I love my team. Like I think we click very well together. I done played with some of these guys before. It's a fun team, you know what I'm saying? We just be having fun on the court. So that's really the main thing, just having fun. I want to win Pro16. I want to win the circuit. I know our team, we probably got the best team on paper. We're gonna go showcase what we can all do together.
I'm Alex Costanza, and I'm from Miami, Florida. I feel like I'm versatile. I could do, 6'8" guard. I could do everything on the court, rebound, play defense, score. I mean, yeah, it's my last year of AAU ball, so, want to make it the best year that I ever had AAU-wise, so I want to play against all the best players on the team.
I'm Caden House, and I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. I feel like a lot of people say like I'm a scorer, but this season I want to show that like I'm more than just a scorer. I can do everything on the court. I'm just looking forward to playing the top players in the country. I feel like me going over to Puma was a big thing because all the top kids in Arizona, none of them are Puma. So I feel like me just doing this might create a new wave of younger players to play Puma as well. So
Alex Costanza, I think he's the highest ranked. Me and him kind of get paired for face of Puma, you could say. And so I definitely want to show everyone that, AAO Flight's on top.
AAO Flight coming into the year was certainly one of the favorites. They had the Placide twins, Gavin and Gallagher, coming into the mix, 6'11", skilled forwards, really versatile, excellent defenders. Aiden Cronister comes back. He's another player that's been there with us from the start, was a real standout at the 15U level, started to get national buzz after our second summer and has, trusted us with his journey since then.
This league means a lot to me. There's a lot of coaches every single time. I got my first offer in 9th grade from it, so it definitely helps. I have a lot of pride playing for Flight. They're my hometown. I grew up 5 minutes away from them. Been with them ever since like 4th grade. This is my 7th year with them, so I can't wait to finish this season.
Pro16 stop number 1, Seal Beach, California. We're driving out to Seal Beach. We had a ton of equipment, a ton of materials that needed to get there. So we start our drive from Oklahoma City. We drove down through Albuquerque, and as we're driving through the desert, nothing around but dirt. And we're driving, and I just so happened to be the one driving at the time. It was my turn, and I notice a little orange light on the dashboard telling me we have very low gas. So of course, like any normal person, let's look up where the nearest gas station is. Not near. Not even close, actually.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on if we're walking in the desert or if we make it.
23 minutes. It's gonna be a close one.
So panic starts to set in a little bit. So we were driving a Sprinter van, and their gas gauge had dots on it to signify how full it was. So at one point, still not very close to the gas station, still a few miles away, there were no dots.
We have no dots?
No dots. No, I don't
No
want to look at
dots?
it. I'm not even gonna look at it.
Call AAA! We need a sponsorship! AAA!
I'm just not gonna look at it.
Oh, brother.
Luckily, we see the gas station in the horizon, and it was at the bottom of a hill, so I don't think we used gas. I truly think we just rolled into the gas station.
We made it, you guys.
And that kicked off probably the toughest stretch of the season.
first Pro 16 event, AIM Sports Complex. A lot of energy in the air. Finally, a place where all of our nationally ranked guys would be together and have the opportunity to lace them up. So a lot of excitement going down to Seal Beach.
One matchup that I think everyone was really anticipating was BTI versus CPSA. That was a game that I think players on both sides were really talking up coming into the season when we talked about, guys getting together at media day, guys getting to talk a little bit. I think a lot of people wanted to see that matchup go down between those two teams.
Is there any team specifically that you're really looking forward to playing?
I definitely have to say BTI. They beat us 2 times last year, and it sucks both those times that we lost because I really wanted to win against them because my freshman summer I played with BTI, and they was most definitely an option before joining Clint. I saw Robert Eichart in the gym during the first tournament in Sacramento, and I'm like, man, I gotta beat him. I just want to show him that, I made the right choice playing with Clint.
In May, during the Seal Beach event, Josh had a handful of offers. I think San Francisco, Portland, he had, three or four, a handful of offers, and was, I think, around the 80 range in the rankings, if I remember right.
My name is Joshua Irving. I'm from Pasadena, California, and I play for Team CPSA. So last year we ended up playing BTI, and they were the champs that year, we ended up playing them twice that year. I've seen all those guys on their teams. I've played against some of them, and I've seen what kind of players they are. So I'm very competitive, so I always want to win. So it kind of hurt to lose those games. So next year we see the schedule, I see the BTI, I'm like, yeah.
So we're in LA, in Seal Beach. CPSA is an LA-based team. BTI is an LA-based team. On top of that, there's at least 3 or 4 players on both those teams that play high school ball together.
So we all just getting ready, just locking in, ready for a big match because this is basically LA versus LA. Like everybody on their team, they know everybody on our team. We played against each other in season.
Isaiah Carroll, Joe Sterling, they both played at Harvard Westlake. Amir Jones was on BTI. He played at Harvard Westlake during the high school season as well. So these are high school teammates getting to match up with each other. I'm sure players who have maybe felt shunned from one team or the other, maybe they didn't make a roster at some point in their life. So there was a lot of excitement coming into that game.
Gotta keep getting better. It gets harder, and nothing easier. It gets harder.
ended up going to overtime. And one of my favorite things about AAU is that we don't have the, what is it, like the 2-minute like extra time, and instead it's just play to 4. That's just like, it's serious because you got to get stops on defense and you got to get buckets. I gotta go to the line. I gotta make both free throws in order to win the game. And that's some of the most pressure I've ever felt. As soon as I saw the first one fall, I'm like, yeah, the second one's going down too. I'm not missing.
Get out of here! Yeah! Always talking shit! Get out of here! Come on, Clint. Act like you won one, man. Act like you won one, Clint.
So that was a tight game all the way through. BTI, I thought, did a good job of kind of trying to take Joe out of his rhythm. Isaiah Carroll, like I said, played really well. But ultimately, the game ended with a Josh Irving free throw. He stepped up to the line, made some huge ones down the stretch. It wasn't just the game winner. I think he made 3 or 4 in the last minute or so. So hitting those free throws, I think, signaled kind of a new Josh in a lot of senses.
Hey, Josh wanted this. Y'all heard the interview? Y'all heard the interview? He wanted this.
That felt like rewarding, like, you know, feeling like I accomplished something. You know, I beat one of the rivalries that I wanted to win against. And they had a really, really solid team. And there was moments where we definitely could have lost. So, like, that win, I feel like, is one of the most special ones I feel like that we've had this summer.
I wouldn't say BTI was the favorite coming into the year. I think the expectations were with TME, honestly, one of our new programs.
I mean, I would say just from a pure talent standpoint, Trey Mann obviously looked the best on paper coming into the year.
They had the highest ranked player, Tony Bryant. Hurley Brutus is on that team as well. He's another top 150 level player. Caleb Sanders, who will be going to USF this upcoming year, was on that squad.
I think we're going to win it. 100%. I think we're going to win the whole Pro16 team.
Yeah, Trey Man Elite, their debut definitely captivated a lot of the audience. I think, obviously, headlined by 5-star Tony Bryant. His combination of size and skill, you know, I think everybody intrigued to see really what he was going to bring to the table.
Grand Park Premier really solidified themselves as one of the better teams in the league as well. Another team that had some questions coming into the year, not quite the star power that some other teams have, but Noah Smith and really that collective team proved right away that they were going to be one of the serious contenders of the year.
go right there.
Come on, bro. Thank you.
My name is Alex Costanza from Miami, Florida, and I play with Team School. Team School, we had a brand new team this year. We just wanted to come in, show that we have a chance to compete for the championship. Last year we came up short in the first round, so.
What's your name?
A, C.
He's trash.
What?
Just sit it right here. Soft.
I'm trash, you said? That dude is crazy. I'll go clear out that table.
What?
My name is Ed Costanza, and I'm Alex's dad. So I got more involved as we saw him continuously improve. So for me, it was more so like every time we saw him, he got better.
He was always the tallest of his group, school, class, teammates, everything. When COVID hit, all the kids were sleeping so much, everybody was sleeping so much, and he went from like 6'2" to 6'6". He's always been the tallest. He was a big baby when he was born. So we are Dominican. My family, my side of the family, we grew up in baseball, so that's what I watched. When Alexander turned 4, I took him to baseball first, because that's what I knew. So I was a stay-home mom with the kids, so I took him to baseball first. He was very active, and he would be running around the field, yelling that it's boring, that he wants to get off the field, he wants to play something else. So at the end of the season, he would not want to go back. The coach is like, just try basketball. I did not understand or know what was AAU or travel, or you need to travel here for competitions, or you need to get a trade. I didn't understand that because I grew up in baseball. I learned through the years with Ed because he played basketball and he knew what was the AAU circuit and everything that you need to do to evolve as a basketball player. So through the years, I just learned what would be the next step.
He realized that, you can do great things and not be like everybody else. So I think him going to NXTPRO show the world that you can still be great and you can still accomplish regardless of what's normal. This is why I play the game a little bit, right? PS5, couple monitors. It's cheaper to build a computer, so I was on YouTube trying to figure out how to build it. Took me like 3-4 days. I mean, I could do, on the PC, you can do everything. You can do like schoolwork, but I play COD. Nah, I don't do no schoolwork out here, but I play COD, 2K, Fortnite.
We moved mainly down here for his high school season, that his first 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, we moved to Fort Lauderdale.
I moved here 2021. I lived in Miami, so it was an hour-and-a-half drive. So we moved here so I don't have to drive back and forth every morning, every night. Yeah, we had good national teams. We had, my freshman year, the whole team went power, like the high D1 schools. We had Jalen Carey, Alex Lloyd going to Florida, DJ Wembley, a lot of good players on our team. So my freshman and my sophomore year, we had probably the best team out of my 3 years there. All the narratives that are out there about him hiding or not wanting to face the music or not wanting to play against the best will be answered because we're going to be on their circuit.
We're in this tight facility. It's loud. It's our first kind of session. Our guys are definitely a little nervous, right? And I talked before the game to our guys like, hey, we play our brand of basketball. We do what we do, regardless of the score, regardless of who's watching, whatever it is. We always play what we do. We always do us.
Pack basketball, new to the scene against powerhouse Team Scoot, and program director Liam Wolf is hungry, but ultimately looking for a seat at the table.
And on the other end of that, we had our returning Pro16 teams who they kind of have the feeling of like, we're not losing to these new guys.
Team Scoot was one of the star-studded teams coming into the year. 7-footer and Paulo Semedo that ended up having a really dominant spring. Now Costanza, obviously the one that everybody knows. A lot of people had eyes on that game just to see what Alex was going to do. Pack, nobody really knew how good they were going to be. Had a really talented backcourt with Denton Forsyth and Kayvon Bonner. But as a complete team, weren't really sure if they were going to win games, if they were going to be one of the worst teams, if they're going to be one of the best teams. We really just didn't know at that point what they were going to be. I think it was Kayvon Bonner in that game who ended up just knocking down 3-4 big shots in a row that ended up putting them right back in it.
Stop giving them so much space.
Pack basketball hung all the way through and ended up winning in overtime, escaping with a crucial early season win over Scoot. And I think putting that Scoot group on notice that, hey, you're not going to just walk in here and take a championship away from the rest of the group. You know, it's going to be a dogfight.
They were a really good team. I think they had a 5-star on their team, but for me, that was probably my best game so far. My shot was going pretty good. I think I had 8 threes that game.
So KB was a kid who came to us 15th year. It was our first year in the NXTPRO side on this circuit, and stuck with me all 3 years through it. He really believed in the dream of going out and trying to win the NXTPRO side and then competing at the Pro 16 against, you know, some of the best in the whole country. And he made that dream a reality. He came out our first game against Team Scoot and really made his name, right? You know, we're playing against dudes who are ranked, guys who already have, you know, 5, 6, 7 offers, and he came out and he showed that he can play with the best of them. It was great. I mean, the energy was unmatched. It was probably one of my favorite games all year, and it was our first game in the league.
Pack coming in there and, again, just playing Pack basketball, which was what they got them into the Pro 16 to begin with. It's what won them the NXTPRO championship the year before. Not any ranked players on that 17U team, but a guy like Kayvon Bonner, a guy like Denton Forsyth, who, again, are just really, really good, smart basketball players who play well within their team. And again, I think a lot of people underestimated Pack coming into the year, and I think they ended up proving a lot of people wrong.
OTP started as a NXTPRO team in 2025. They had been successful the year before at the NXTPRO level. Something changed for them, though. Colin Ross entered the top 150 for On3 in April. And the way our league is set up, there's very clear criteria for what is and isn't a Pro 16 team, what qualifies you. Having a player in the top 150 actively on your roster is one of those things. So Colin getting that status elevated them to the Pro 16 level. Matt Reynolds, our president, calls them and kind of their coach gets them gathered around and lets them know that they're a Pro 16 team.
Coach, how we doing?
What's going on? How are you?
I'm good. Well, appreciate you guys. You guys are practicing away, it looks like. So just got some news for you guys. I know you guys have had a lot of success. You've been working really hard. Colin just got in the top 150 rankings, which is big time nationally. And obviously last year you guys had a really big run. But want to let you guys know you're the first ever NXTPRO team in the season to be promoted to the Pro 16. So welcome to the Pro 16.
You can really see the excitement and the buzz that's building kind of for that program, because it's a new level of opportunity for all the players on that roster.
Keep doing your thing, man. You're building a great program. You guys are doing great. It's a lot of respect in the market. Just keep going, man. Keep going.
Yeah, we'll do. Congrats, coach.
Hey, let's go. OTP on 3, 1, 2, 3. OTP. There we go. Let's go.
Now that I'm ranked, like, I know how much more spots I need to beat to get up. Like, I just gotta, it put a plan on my mind, and now I'm just working extra hard. Like, the comp, it definitely helped. We played against way better people that I used to play against, and it just helped me boost my name, image, and likeness, and it got me ranked.
Colin, coming into the season unranked, moving up to 123 on the On3 National Top 150, and totally earning it as a player. Someone who's at 6'11", 7 foot, extremely mobile, extremely long, has pretty good hands on offense as well, to where he can catch lobs, finish plays. But again, when you just look at what the player he is right now and the upside and the tools that he has to continue building with, I mean, he more than earned that 123 ranking, and that was just going to be the start for him.
The expectation for those NXTPRO teams that get elevated to Pro 16, it's still kind of forming, I think, for a lot of people. They might have lower expectations because they think, oh, they're just a NXTPRO team and they maybe just have one player, or in Pac's case, oh, they won the NXTPRO, but that's not at our level. In Seal Beach, OTP especially, I think, proved that they had the talent level that would compete with anybody. They had not just Colin in the post, but had a really tough group of guards that defended hard, really skilled scorers, get downhill at a high level. They looked the part of a Pro 16 team.
My name's Caden House. I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona, and I play high major.
Man, this gym means a lot to me. I'm really fortunate to have a dad that was in the NBA and an uncle that was in the NBA. I don't think, not a lot of people could say that. So I lived here all my life. My uncle, he got just like a cul-de-sac, but my family all lived here. We all moved, but he still lives here. But this gym I feel like really gave me like a head start on everybody around me, because a lot of kids aren't fortunate to just have gyms even near them or have a key to a gym. So my uncle having a gym in his backyard and me being in the house right next to him just gave me a clear path to work. Around 8th grade, 9th grade, I started really coming in here every day. Really, not every morning, but basically every night after practice, and just shooting here with my friend Nick, my cousin Michael, my friend Zach, just so many people over the years that's been in this gym I've shot with. So I would just say the main thing is just playing hard. That's really all they say, is just to play hard and play smart.
Pass. 11, 9 more. 12.
this gym just means a lot. The amount of hours I've spent here, I don't even know, messing around in here, working out in here is just, I really can't count. So I would say I'm like really passionate about basketball, and just I've always been like that. My older brother was like that, so that's probably what I get it from.
Caden House, like any kid who's got an NBA pedigree, you find out about him early. You know what his dad did. Obviously, he had successful older brothers. He's got a twin brother who plays with him now. But coming over, he took a chance because he went from situations where he was a cog in a machine, whether that be in high school or previous grassroots teams, to where like, all right, dude, let's see what you can do as the man.
I'm really just trying to get my shot right now. I'll say just coming in here trying to perfect it as much as I can, because it's hard to perfect your shot, obviously, but I wanted to do it as quick as possible. So I did 20 mid-range, 23s. You got to end with 2 in a row. I usually do it in the morning and as well as at night. But like I said, right now, I'm really trying to perfect my shot as much as I can. My mentality going into session 1 was to just kill and just really win, because there was really a chip on my shoulder for that weekend, and I feel like I had to go above and beyond, like I said, and I think I did that the first session for sure.
Come on. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, I'm sorry, baby. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just a little different from all these dudes. Okay, they riding waves, me, I'm up on a cruise. Yeah. You feel like me, then you got nothing to prove. I see him trying to do what I do. Yeah. Even McJagger couldn't move like a move. Yeah. You think you're how I look, I'm up on the moon. Yeah. Got fresh to death and it came out of the tomb. That's cause I got a different type of gratitude. Don't be sour, got my power from the Beatitudes. And we did it the long way, check out the latitude. I'm unapologetically fly, I don't wonder why, that's just my attitude. Yeah, that's right, yeah, that's just my attitude. Ooh, yeah, I don't blame you, if I was you, I'd probably be getting mad at too. Yeah, I know now that there ain't no better dude. Yeah, that's just my attitude. Okay, that's just my, I'm sorry, homie, I don't mean to be flawless. Yeah, I seen that envy and yeah, I went to saw this. Yeah, hey, when you shoot your shot, it make you a target. You getting got, they wanna take all your pockets. Ooh, hey, it's a gift, how I avoid all the nonsense. Yeah, don't be a hater, it's no good for your conscience. Yeah, you from this world, I'm from somewhere far beyond it. Yeah, matter of fact, man, I don't even belong here, cause I got a different type of swagger, dude. You ain't gon' find nobody like me on your avenues. Better come get me while you can, I'm just passing through. Ask me how I get this good, oh, you can blame it on my attitude. Yeah, okay, baby, that's just my attitude. Yeah, I don't blame you, if I was you, I'd probably be getting mad at too. Oh, I know now, baby, there ain't no better dude. Yeah, that's just my attitude. Yeah, okay, hey, that's just my.
So Caden House coming into Seal Beach, somebody who had a lot to prove, had a chip on his shoulder. I don't think he ever doesn't have a chip on his shoulder when he plays. Really coming in and wanted to make a statement in that first event and did exactly that. They didn't win every game, but Caden put on a show the entire weekend.
Caden House was unreal. He burst onto the scene, quickly showed why he's one of the most dynamic 3-level scorers in the entire country. 84 points through his first 2 games.
I thought he upped his game a little bit. You know, there can be times that his style isn't for everyone. You know, he's brash. He's in your face. He wears his emotions on his sleeves. He's not afraid to let somebody know about it either.
A lot of people will look at it and think I'm like disrespecting the coach or I'm like yelling at the players, but it's really not that. Perception's really like everything. So like it may look like I'm doing something a certain way, but you're not really hearing what I'm saying. It's just I'm like animated. So like when I'm doing this, it looks like I'm like talking crazy to them, but I'm really telling them the real, you know?
Caden House probably looked like the best player in weekend 1. I would say the AAO flight looked like the best team in session 1 in LA. Gavin Placide and Gallagher Placide, both new to this AAO flight team. People I think were really impressed with Gavin in that opening weekend, just with his dominance in the paint. Gallagher got it going, hitting some shots from the perimeter as well. Those two at that size, when the shots are falling, when everything's clicking for them, really just almost unstoppable as a tandem. And again, you add in just the complete team that they have around them, they were looking like the easy favorites early on. Both extremely unique players, Gavin being about 6'10", 6'11", Gallagher being about 6'9", 6'10", and both being players who obviously have NBA-ready frames. Just when you look at, again, their shoulders, their strength, both can dribble, pass, shoot at a pretty impressive level for someone that size. But both really, really interesting players who should pair well next to Aiden, just, again, with their ability to create advantages and their ability to make plays for themselves and others. Having somebody as lethal of a shooter as Aiden Chronister on the wing to kick out to, and just to draw attention from them, made it to where both of them benefited off of each other. All three of them benefited off of each other quite a bit.
The Placides were impressive, especially Gavin played really well in Seal Beach. Thought he really showed off his versatility, and he did more on the offensive end than I had kind of seen from him, just passing, taking players off the dribble.
I'm Gavin Placide. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I would describe my game as, I mean, a lot of people say it, but versatility. A lot of people like to use that word nowadays, but you know, I like to play defense. I like to base my game off that, and then offensively, I can be used in a lot of different ways. So I like to really just affect winning when it comes to rebounding, steals, you know, just the winning things. That's what I like to do. Having a twin brother, you know, it's always a competitiveness there, so it strives to be better no matter what. And having somebody you know on the court at all times, it's like having somebody you can rely on and somebody you know you can connect with. I'm Gallagher Placide, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. Growing up, it's definitely very competitive. Everything is a competition, and so that just forces you to be, it would force anyone to be better. I've heard a lot from my teammate Aiden about the league, how different it is from others, and I like to make an impact with my name and with Aiden and my brother. Just a winning and good basketball with AAO.
Yeah, the twins, Gavin and Gallagher Placide, were phenomenal that first weekend in Seal Beach. I think between the two of them, they both shined in much different ways. Gavin was tremendous attacking the basket, setting teammates up in the short roll, defending multiple positions, and Gallagher flashed as a movement shooter. You know, what he's able to do from the perimeter, it's tough to be able to match up with a guy like that.
Gavin and Gallagher are both highly switchable defensively. They both have skill, offense, and it looked to me for the first time, saw some smiles out of them, saw some nasty to them here and there, and it just looked like there'd been a change in their mentality, the things that matter a little bit. Now, I'm not surprised that playing with a guy like Aiden kind of does that, because Aiden's pretty fiery. That dude's definitely a competitor. So part of it is being around other competitors brings out your competitor too. And I saw that, and it just seemed to find a home with where they were. They seemed comfortable in their roles, and they just seemed more in tune, not with just each other, but with the other guys they're playing with. And certainly having had the familiarity of playing with Aiden during the high school season certainly lends itself to a little bit easier transition when you're coming over with a new team.
The whole Pro 16 experience is pretty new to me, but in terms of the league, I'm definitely looking forward to just playing everybody I can and winning as many games as possible. You know, I want to win the whole thing.
So CPSA, another one of those teams that had a lot of returners for us. Most notably Joe Sterling, another one of the original guys coming into year 3 with the Pro 16 for him. I don't want to say we know what Joe is at this point, but Joe has proven what he can do as a scorer. He might not be the most athletic guy on the floor, but at 6'4", being able to just bump guys and get to his spots and hit shots from literally anywhere. One of the most unstoppable players in the league with the ball in his hands.
I got to watch a lot of Joe Sterling and Josh Irving, so I knew what those two could do. But in 2024, They barely made it out of the play-in and then lost in the first round to the top-ranked BTI. So I would say their expectations coming into the year probably internally were very high, but from our team, probably still some skepticism.
Adama Tambidu, another one of the players who came in without quite the name that a lot of other guys came in with, but established himself right away. A 6'7", 6'8", monster athletic forward who plays probably harder than anybody else in the entire gym at any given moment. Just a human highlight reel as a dunker, as a shot blocker, as a rebounder, a freight train in transition. One of the people who made a name for himself early in that session.
That's all-right elite basketball. Biggest takeaway for me, I think you struggled a little bit today, right? Made the biggest winning play down the stretch with your hands defensively, right? Same deal. I thought you had a couple you messed up at the end when the game mattered most. Where were you? Put it back to win the game. That's all-right. Yo, I just love the group, man. Different guys are stepping up every game, and that's what a high-level team looks like. Let's keep building, because we haven't even played our best basketball yet. You feel me? We can take it to another level. Great weekend.
Here we go. Lead on three, fully on six. 1, 2, 3.
Ready?
4, 5, 6.
I was a little bit disappointed after the first weekend for Team CPSA. I think the big piece to the puzzle that was missing out for injury that weekend in Seal Beach was J. Rob Croy. They struggled without his presence in the backcourt, taking a lot of the pressure off of Joe to do everything from initiating to scoring.
You could tell they were really still figuring out kind of the chemistry aspect of their team. Obviously, Joe and Josh had played together the season before, but this was a much different team than they had the season before. So figuring out how to play together, they added Devin Wright to the mix. They added a couple other pieces on the wing that they were all still kind of figuring each other out, figuring out who's the guy in certain situations.
A weekend of highs and lows for CPSA in their opening weekend in LA. Obviously, the hometown team for the event, I think they had some really high expectations coming into it with Josh and with Joe, and obviously did have some high moments. Beat BTI on a free throw and had another win on the weekend, but ended up going 2-2, but definitely not where they expected to be after weekend 1.
You guys are all about to learn like what it feels like for the coach to tell you the complete truth. So Jeremiah's quit. Jeremiah's quit the team. He's going to play for somebody else. You guys all know me. You guys all know me well enough right now. You know Coach Cartier. You know Coach Ryan. You know all of us well enough. The only thing we ask of you is to play hard as But there's a lack of buy-in from some of you guys. Still thinking that your way might work better. Some adversity come with this. Some hard times come with this. Some bad games come with this. You didn't come to practice this weekend? You start your on the bench. It's that simple. He knows the same thing. If you don't like it, you can hand your in too. Because that's what it's gonna be like in college. It ain't gonna be all the babying and holding hands and That's what time it is, and we're trying to prepare you for that now. I'm not texting other players. How many of y'all got text, raise your hand from other programs the past couple weeks to come play for us? Come play for you. Be real, be honest, raise your hand. Exactly, I don't play that game. And how many times have I asked you guys who's hitting you up? Am I on your guys' line hitting you up every day, who's asking you who's hitting you up? No, because I know I believe in what we do. And nobody does what we do. They don't. And we know that. 17s, we already know what time it is. There's an opportunity for everybody here to go to college to get something out of it. there's no misunderstanding that Joe and Josh, obviously J-Rob, everybody else, it's an opportunity for everybody to get something. It's saying like, oh, this you gotta get better, but you don't gotta get better, or you don't gotta get better, but you gotta get better. No, f that. Everybody gotta get way better.